Dharma believes in science, whereas religion is opposed to science. The equivalent word for the religion is mata, vote. If you vote for a particular person, considering him as the utmost energetic person in the world, then since you are voting for him, it is called religion. Relying upon the opinion of an individual is what is called as religion. You consider his opinion as final. There is no more to be debated at all. There is no higher energy than that. And that is what is called as religion. For example, if you consider Jesus Christ as the ultimate, then that is called Christianity. So before the Jesus Christ, what was there? Supposing you consider Prophet Muhammad as ultimate, it is called Islam. If you consider Buddha as ultimate, it is called Buddhism. So religion will always have a religious master. But in Dharma, you will be the master. There will be no one to say that I am final. Because Dharma believes that the creation has come from the mightiest energy. If earth is to be created, that energy must be larger. If the solar system is to be created, that energy must be much more larger, much more higher. Similarly, if the whole of the universe is to be created, that must be the mightiest energy that you can think of. The mightiest energy in the world is called Almighty, because it is the mightiest of all the energies that is put together in the world. The Almighty in our language is called Paramatma. So we consider in Dharma, Paramatma created the universe, or the Almighty created in the universe. As I said, that Dharma is basically science. So we say the root of the creation is Paramatma. The Paramatma created the solar system. The Paramatma created all the grahas. Namasurya Somaya Mangalaya Budaya Cha Guru Shukra Shanir Rahuve Ketave Namaha. And that in turn has energized the earth. All these 9 grahas has energized the earth. So the earth is the beneficiary of the grahas. So the earth has been formed on account of these grahas. Again in formation, not in the Darwin theory. So first the ozone has taken birth, called as Akasha. Then we have got the Vayu, that is called as oxygen. Then we have got the Agni, called as the hydrogen. The hydrogen and the oxygen produces the water. That is why we say Akashat Vayuhu Vairagnihi Agdirabha. From there we have got the Prithvi, that is the earth. From there we have got the Vaushadeha, protective vegetation. Then we have got the Vanaspati, that is the vegetation. From hence the human being has come. The human being is an evolution. Since the human being is the last to get evolved, the human being will have all the characteristics from which he has evolved. He has been created by the Paramatma as such, Paramatma exists in him. He has been created by the sun as such, the sun exists in him. He has been created by all the grahas as such, all the grahas exist in him. He is created on the Panchabhuta, the 5 elements of the nature, that is why the 5 elements exist in him. And he has been created out as such, the food becomes the Indriyas of the human body. So it means whatever that is there in the creation, the whole thing exists in the human being. How it exists? The mother earth is called Prithvi. The Prithvi appears in the form of stone and mud. The stone and mud appears in the form of bone and muscles. The sea is on the surface of the earth and is inclined 23.5 degrees to the axis of the sun. That sea is present in the body as heart, because the heart is inclined 23.5 degrees to the main axis of the body. The water in the sea becomes the blood in the heart. The rivers becomes the blood vessels. The nadi becomes the lake. The akasha is called the ozone. The ozone becomes the father. The mother becomes the earth. Similarly in the body, the bone and muscles becomes the stone, and the akasha becomes the nervous system. The moon represents the mind. The soul represents the sun. As such, the sun exists in every human body. The sun within the physical body is called Atman. As sun is in the center of the universe, the Atman is also in the center of the universe, center of the physical body. The center of the physical body is called navel. Just below the navel, we say in yoga, a place called Swadhisthana, just below the navel, that is the place where the Atman resides. Atman has a characteristic similar to that of the sun. Whatever is the characteristics of the sun, that is the same characteristics of the soul also. The soul exists in every human body. As such, every human body is comprised of soul. What is the character of the soul? The characteristics of the soul and the characteristics of the sun is one and the same. Sun is energy. So also the soul is energy. If the sun is strong, the earth is strong. Similarly, the soul is strong, the man is strong. What is the loss of the energy? The law of the energy says energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Energy can be transferred from one body to another body. Similarly, the soul is energy. Soul cannot be created, soul cannot be destroyed, soul can be transferred from one body to another body. So Dharma believes that according to the law of science, the soul is eternal, soul is energy, the strength of the soul decides the strength of the man, as the strength of the sun decides the strength of the earth also. So it means the purpose of life is to strengthen the soul. As the soul takes repeatedly birth, because it is energy, it cannot be created, it cannot be destroyed. As long as the soul is present within the earth atmosphere, even after the demise of the body, the soul remains in the earth atmosphere. So the soul which remains in the earth atmosphere again takes back and enters the matter and again reactivates the life. So as such, the man's strength basically depends upon the soul. As such, if humanity is to be strengthened, it is not by a prayer or not by begging a person, but by adding energy to your own soul. Consider the soul is yours. The soul is called Brahman. So consider the Brahma, which is the soul, as yours, not the body. So don't give importance to the body, but give importance to the soul. If so, energize the soul. Adding energy to the soul is donating energy to the soul. The donation is called dhana. And you have to make an internal journey from the body up to the soul. Whenever you have got the body, whenever you are alive, whenever the soul takes the help of the body, the purpose of the body is to activate and increase the strength of the energy of the soul, so that in my next life I become stronger. So soul repeatedly takes birth again and again. As soul takes repeatedly birth, I may take birth in America, I may take birth in Russia, I may take birth in England or any country for that matter. As such, I am an Indian in one life, I am a Russian in another life, I am an American in some other life. As such, I am the child of all citizens of the world. So also, all the citizens of the world take birth in my body and I take birth in their body. As such, the relationship between the two human beings in the Dharma is that of the father, the mother and the children. So everyone consider the other man as his children. As such, every person has to protect everyone in this world. That is why we say, whenever we sit together, let my children be happy. How do we say that? Sarve janaha sukhino bantu. Samasta sanmangalani bhavantu. These are the words. So, process of energizing the body is the aspect of the Dharma. Somebody asks, to what strength you want to become? My father is Paramatma. My father is the Almighty. He has brought the universe. He has brought this physical body. The aspiration of every human body is to become as mighty as the Paramatma. Becoming as mighty as the Paramatma means you have to travel inwards. Traveling inwards is called Dharma. Traveling outwards is called as religion. A man can never become strong if he travels outside. As such, religion makes a man weaker and weaker. Whereas Hinduism is not religion. Hinduism basically essentially a character in which we travel inwards through a Shastra called as an energy science called as Yoga Shastra. We have got another science called as material science called as Ayurveda Shastra. We have got a diagnostic science called as Jyotish Shastra. We have got an input material science called as Parashara Vyavasaya Shastra. Out of these four things, we try to increase the quantum of the energy. Dharma aims at increasing the strength of every physical matter in the world. Whether it is a matter or a life, you have to increase the strength. That is the purpose of Dharma. As such, no matter is to be destroyed, no matter is to be killed. As such, ahimsa becomes the most important aspect of the life. That is why we call ahimsa paramo dharma. If that is the case, you have to increase the methods and methodologies. You must know how to increase the strength of the matter. The strength of the matter is increased by Shrauta Yajna. The strength of the self is increased by what is called as Smarta Yajna, in which the tapasya is basically one aspect. The yoga belongs to that particular faculty. So in religion, it creates an hierarchy. It creates one man is supreme. Follow his order. Don't question his order. He is the ultimate. But in Dharma says, no, work beyond the velocity of light. When once you meet the Paramatma, you are in the process of traveling to the Paramatma. You travel beyond velocity of light. visualize everything in the world. So